Hello, everybody. My name is Sophie Padalecki, and I'm here with the Office of PACE Success Coaches at Alamance Community College. And today I'm going to talk about orientation to higher education. So just important things you should look out for as you transition from a job or college or high school to college. So today's topics: expectations of college students, academic integrity, transcripts, withdrawals, using a syllabus, and then finally we're going to end with office hours. So first, we're going to talk about the expectations of college students, because entering college can be a really difficult adjustment for some students because the roles of high school and college students are very different. Essentially, from high school to college, there's a shift of the depth of learning and locus of responsibility. So in college, the learning is self-directed and a lot more deep than it was in high school. Finally, it's important to remember that the goal of higher education is to produce better thinkers who are skilled not only in their trade, but also in communication, problem solving, cultural competency, leadership, and sound judgment. So if an instructor ever gives you an assignment that's really difficult or seems really deep or makes you really think about it, just remember that they're not just trying to get you to be an okay worker ready for the force. They're trying to create someone who has all those skills like problem solving and critical thinking. All right. Now I want to talk about academic integrity because institutions of higher education value academic honesty a lot more than they did in high school, and it's a lot more serious in higher education. So plagiarism is the presentation of someone else's words or ideas as your own. While some students plagiarize material on purpose, others do so unintentionally because they do not know how to incorporate other people's words and ideas into their own papers. So I'm not sure what the punishment for plagiarism is here at Alamance Community College, but I know in a lot of institutions of higher education, you can get kicked out for plagiarism. So it's very serious that you do not do it. There are softwares that instructors have that they can run your paper through and easily see if you plagiarized. So don't even try, like they'll catch you. Some tips to avoid plagiarism, because like I said, it can happen on accident. Number one, use quotation marks around phrases or sentences that you copy word for word from someone else's work, and make sure after you use those quotation marks, you cite who said it. Number two, follow the citation guidelines as required by your instructor. So an example, APA or MLA are really popular ones. Three, don't forget to cite paraphrase material in addition to quoted text. So if you're not actually taking it word for word, but you're still summarizing what someone said, you still need to cite them. And then finally, if you're unsure, ask an expert for help. This could be an instructor, tutor, or librarian, or anyone else who's an expert. I also recommend going online. So let's say you have a paper in its APA format, just look up APA guidelines online, and there's going to be plenty of guides for you. One of my favorites is called Purdue OWL, and it's been really helpful in helping me know how to use those different citation styles. Alrighty, so now I want to talk about transcripts because, again, they were important in high school, but they're extra important in higher education. So a transcript is an official record of all the classes you enroll in and the grades you earn in those classes. I included pictures on the left. Transcripts might look a little different here, but they're all essentially going to look the same, show the classes you take and then the grade you got. The importance of your transcript increases in college, like I said before, because people are going to look at it when you're trying to get a job. Your GPA will be listed on the transcript, which is very important. And then finally, it's important to know that your transcript sends a powerful message to future institutions of higher learning. So if you want to go to grad school maybe or transfer, and to future employers about exactly what kind of college student you were. So they can look at a transcript and see, oh, this person tried really hard in college, or they could see, oh, this person passed, but they kind of slacked off and things like that. Now, speaking of transcripts, I wanted to talk about withdrawals because this is something that will show up on your transcript. So the withdrawal is an official college process after requiring a form. It indicates you do not plan to complete a class. After withdrawing, you no longer attend the course and will receive a W as your grade. I think here at ACC, it shows up as a WP, but the standard is W, WP, something like that. Sometimes it's in one's best interest to withdraw from the class. So let's say you have a class with a really strict attendance policy and you've already missed more than you're allowed to, and you've already missed enough to make you fail the class. It might be in your best interest to withdraw. In most community college, W grades impact your financial aid status, but do not impact your GPA. So if you're 100% certain you're going to fail because you've already missed enough classes, it might be better to withdraw because a withdrawal doesn't affect your GPA. Although future employers in institutions of higher education that you might transfer to do see that you withdrew, and you might have to explain why. And I don't think a lot of withdrawals look so good on a transcript. So maybe it's like in case of emergency, it's good that you have that safety net there. If you choose to withdraw from a class, then you must do so by a certain date, depending on the length of the class. So if you bomb the final and you know you're going to fail, I'm sorry, it's probably too late to withdraw. I'm not sure what the policy is here, but it's definitely there's a certain date you have to withdraw by. And then finally, your instructors may be able to withdraw you from class based on your attendance. Overall, before you withdraw, make sure that you weigh all the pros and cons of withdrawing and talk to an advisor about it, or you could even talk to your PACE success coach. All right, now I want to talk about how to use a syllabus because syllabus are really important in higher education. So the syllabus is both a plan and a contract of sorts. It is the most important handout your instructor will give you all semester. It lays out the instructor's approach and intentions for the course, as well as the expectations that you will be held to. So the syllabus often contains the instructor's contact information, so email or where their office is, which can be really important if you have a question, office hours, which are super important, I'm going to talk about in the next slide, important class policies like the absence policy, outline of instruction, so that's like what you're going to be talking about each class session, due dates, and how grades are calculated. So you might say homework is worth 10%. The final is worth 20%, things like that. All right, so that's the syllabus. Now we're going to talk about office hours. Office hours are so important. Each instructor has a specific amount of time each week that is dedicated to working with students outside of class. Office hours is an opportunity to connect with your instructors beyond the classroom. So here's 5 reasons to visit your instructor during office hours if you're not sure what you should go talk about. It could be you have a question about concepts presented during class. You have a question about content in your textbook. You don't understand an assignment or know how to get started. You want feedback on a paper or assignment you are working on, and you don't know how to prepare for an upcoming test. And there are so many other reasons to visit office hours. Office hours are really great. I really urge everyone to go to office hours and get to know your instructor and form a relationship with them, because those relationships might be very important later on. And having a good relationship with your instructor can help you do better in the class. All right, that's all I have today. There's a lot more information in the Success by Design textbook, but I didn't want to make this presentation drag on and on, so I just picked what I felt was most important, but I really suggest you check that out and contact your PACE Success coach if you have any questions. Thank y'all so much. Bye.